hard. New this afternoon, an FDA panel has voted to recommend both Moderna and Pfizer's COVID vaccines for children under the age of 5. Infants and toddlers are currently the only group in the U.S. that remains ineligible to get vaccinated. So this moves that shot now one step closer to being able to get in the arms of children. Natalie Brand reports tonight from outside the FDA headquarters in Maryland.
Infants and young children are a step closer to getting vaccinated against COVID-19 after an FDA panel voted to authorize shots from both Moderna and Pfizer.
It's a population that has been much less affected than the older populations, particularly the oldest population, but one nonetheless has also been affected.
The CDC says more than 440 children ages 4 and under have died from COVID during the pandemic, and hospitalizations among that age group have risen during the Omicron surge.
We have to be careful that we don't become numb to the number of pediatric deaths because of the overwhelming number of older deaths here.
Pfizer says its 3-shot series is 80% effective in preventing symptomatic infections in young children.
A third dose is necessary to provide high protection against Omicron.
2 doses of Moderna appeared strong enough to prevent severe infections, but only 40 to 50% effective at preventing mild infections. The drug maker has added a booster to its study.
You can call it a primary series, you can call it a booster dose. I think all of us agree that these children are going to need a third dose.
Moderna's vaccine for this age group is a quarter of its adult dosage. Pfizer's is just 1/10. The FDA says both were well tolerated and side effects minor. The CDC still has to weigh in. If the vaccines get the final approval, they would likely become available early next week. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Silver Spring, Maryland.
Now, it's unclear how much demand there is for this youngest age group to become vaccinated. Right now, only 29% of kids under the age of 12 have been vaccinated since they became eligible for Pfizer's shot in November. One local pediatrician talked with us today about the importance of getting the COVID vaccine approved for kids.
I think a lot of these kids still are at high risk because they are the younger population, and typically with most of our illnesses it's either the elderly or the very young who don't fight off these infections well. And so still the under 5 are at risk of increased hospitalization and death from COVID.
So here are the next steps. On Saturday, the CDC panel will meet to decide on a formal recommendation for the vaccine, and they could be available again as early as Monday.